If you're new to working out or just starting to work out, you might want to try this. And what I'm talking about is a body recomposition, a body recomp. Losing fat and building muscle at the same time. How do we do this? Let's talk about it. It's really cool to go from fat to jack, kind of like that. And I really highly recommend the body recomposition if you have a higher body fat percentage, or untrained, or haven't been training that long and are kind of skinny fat, or maybe you were trained and then you kind of let yourself go and you want to get back into it. You know that you haven't been training as hard as you can and you know that you could dial in more and you just need some more information. This is the perfect video for you. I really hope you apply some of these tips, if not all, to your workout, to your lifestyle, and really reap the benefits of a body recomposition. To do a body recomposition, lose fat and build muscle at the same time, what one needs to do is want to figure out how much you can eat a day while maintaining the weight that you're currently at. That is your maintenance. That is your maintenance calories. You want to engage in some sort of resistance type training, like lifting weights, that sort of thing. You want to challenge your body and make it uncomfortable and put it in a state where it needs to start burning fat as energy. And then you want to do cardio for 20 to 30 minutes after the resistance training to really get that direct fat burn going in there and get this body recomposition going. So there's obviously a few things we're going to have to do to achieve this. So let's talk about it. So the first thing is training, okay? You're going to want to be in the gym as much as possible while still allowing your body to recover. And the way to do this is by doing a 5 to 6 day split. So you can mix it up yourself, or if you want to do push, pull, legs. Quick rundown summary. I'll make a video on the split, but this will be just a quick little summary. Push is going to be when you're doing anything a pushing movement. So it's like bench press, shoulder press, push-ups, anything that you're pushing the damn door, that's a push, okay? So that's a push. You know, usually generally push is going to be working your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and then legs, that's self-explanatory. Leg day. Don't skip your squats. Don't be like me and skip your squats your first year. Just squat at least once a week. Squat once a week. And then the other leg day, if you want to do some more quad focused shit or some hammy focused shit, I'll definitely drop some more workouts for that. But leg day, don't skip leg day. And trust me, like if you're like a bigger guy like I was, your legs are just gonna be straight like shredded when you get lean, bro, because all that weight that your legs are, when you're walking, I was always carrying that weight, so they're toned, trust me. So you just gotta get rid of that fat. And pull, rows, lat pull down, pull-ups, anything that's a pulling movement. So this is gonna be working mostly your back. You're still gonna get some shoulders. Shoulders always gonna get worked damn near. That's just kind of how it is. But I mean that's a benefit though. Traps, that's a benefit. But pull, yeah, arms, back, shoulders. Really like to focus on my back a lot on my pull days, but arms are always getting hit too. If say your arms aren't getting hit as much as you want them to do, throw in an arm day. Throw an arm day, bro. So say you do a pull and then you do legs and push, then you're ready to go again on that pull. So you can either go again or you can take an off day and restart the split then that way, or you can restart it again and then take that off day on Sunday like a lot of other people do. It's really aimed, for progressive overload, just to get a little better, even if it's a couple of reps. If it's 1 to 2, 3 more reps, you're getting better, you're getting stronger. You're doing those reps more slow, more controlled. Always strive to be better, even if it's a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. You're not going to get that shit in one night, 1 week. It takes time, especially a body recomposition. It is a great option, but it takes time. You got to be patient and consistent. It takes time. It took me a long time to see some really great results. But once I saw those results, man, like I never had to starve myself. I never had to do none of that. I still get to the same endpoint as a lot of people. I mean, obviously we're striving to get better every day. Still trying to get better, still trying to get stronger, still trying to get bigger. That's just from a basic perspective, is that we're all just trying to get better every day. But that's all we should be doing every day in life. Not just the gym, job, you're starting a business, you're doing social media, whatever you're doing, just strive to get better every day. Whatever you did yesterday, do something just a little more today. You want to train as much as possible while being in that calorie deficit. This is going to promote muscle growth. This is going to promote hanging on to all the muscle that you have while using the fat as energy, considering that your diet is in check. And we're going to go over that next. When you're training, you're going to use all the carbohydrates in your system in terms of glycogen for the lift. So when you're done lifting, you're going to be exhausted. There's no carbs in your system, no glycogen. You're going to be tired, you know? So that's when you go and do that 20-30 minutes of cardio, because there's no carbs in your system. And say your protein intake's sufficient and you're getting enough protein. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Your body needs to burn something. It's going to burn the fat. See, you kind of understand where we're kind of full circle here. And that's how you promote your body burning fat as energy while being in a calorie deficit. It definitely takes time. You definitely got to be consistent with it. There's a little more that we should dive into, and that's the diet. Like, how do we make sure that our body's getting enough protein to use fat as energy for our workouts? Let's say that we're at let's say our calorie maintenance is 2,500 calories. So say we're at a deficit, 300 calorie deficit, so say we're eating 2,300 calories, okay? We want to make sure we're eating a gram of protein per pound of body weight while in that calorie deficit, okay? So say I weigh 190 pounds. I want to eat 190 grams of protein in those 2,300 calories, okay? And then the rest of my calories, I want them to be carbs and fat. But my fat, I don't want it to go over the 80 to 90 mark, because then we're just talking about high cholesterol and all that other shit that we don't really need. And plus, I personally think that carbs are just really beneficial for your lifts. Like, you really want to be all carved up for the gym, you know? You want to be carved up, you want to go train intense. And this is from a muscle building perspective, because we're building muscle and losing fat. So we can't just focus on the losing fat, because we want some muscle too. We don't want to just have a flat body with no muscle definition. You know what I'm saying? We need muscle definition. But you want to make sure you're at least eating, I would say, at least 200 grams of carbs if you're lifting, if you're doing a 6-day split and you're running it. So don't skip up on the carbs. Don't go keto. I mean, unless you're borderline type 2 diabetic or something. I mean, don't skip out on the carbs, because you need them for your lifts. You need them for your lifts. And don't worry, carbs aren't going to make you fat. If you're lifting every day, a calorie is a calorie, okay? So you're going to lose fat and you're going to build muscle, okay? If you're eating a gram of protein per pound of body weight in a calorie deficit while, you know, doing some sort of resistance training, you are going to see the results of this body recomposition. And the emphasis on eating a gram of protein per pound of body weight in a calorie deficit is because we don't want to lose any muscle. You know, that is the big thing, is we don't want to lose any muscle. The reason we're emphasizing that is because we want to promote muscle growth while being in that calorie deficit, you know, because we're still in a calorie deficit, we're not in a surplus, you know, so we don't have that benefit of that extra nutritions and stuff going to our muscles. So we need to make sure we're maxing out on our protein intake and making sure we're maximizing all the gains we can. If I could do it over, I would even cut slower. I would even cut even slower, so I could use more fat for energy for more gains while I was doing that body recomposition. So honestly, I would even take my time with this shit even more than how slow I did it. And I did it pretty damn slow. In terms of body fat percentage, if you're like at 10%, 15%, you're gonna just want to straight up bulk. You know, it wouldn't be healthy to stay in a calorie deficit with that low of a body fat percentage. That's getting to show percentage levels. That's not ideal. But if you're like at 25, 30, you know, upper kind of where I was at, you know, 20, 25% here, that you can still do a body recomp. You know, you can still get a little stronger while burning that extra fat and getting leaner, a little extra strength. Kind of all what we want here. We want to get stronger and leaner. So how good this is going to work is going to depend on the person. You know, it's going to depend on if you're untrained, if you're trained, or you just kind of working out a little bit but don't know what you're doing. Like, where you just kind of messing around in the gym and you know, you still have a lot of gains to get. Have you been training hard for a couple years? Or maybe you were someone who was slacking, or maybe you're someone who was working out for a couple years and took a few years off and lost their gains, and now you want to get it back. This is the perfect situation for those kind of people. You know, if you're someone who is untrained or just started, or who's only been training for a year and is skinny fat, or just has some fat to burn, this is definitely for you, because you're going to be able to use that fat as energy and burn it. This is all anyone really needs to be able to get that nice shredded lean physique that you want, you know, the V-line, the abs, and some nice muscle definition, you know, a nice natural athletic look, you know. And I really wish y'all luck, man, because I know how it is, bro. And trust me, you're going to look leaner, you're going to look better, And I got your back, bro. You want to hit me up on Insta or some shit? Just send me a DM, bro, and we can chop it up, all right? Like, you got this. I got your back. You do not skip this shit. Do not skimp out on this shit. You got this shit, bro. As a man, you got this shit. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to keep dropping videos. I'm going to dial back in with this shit. I ain't going to let this shit go. I got a dream. Y'all got a dream. So long we all go chase this shit together, man. I'm going to let y'all get to it. I'm going to catch y'all later. Don't forget to apply these tips, and I love y'all, all right? Peace.